Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump but it ain't not fun.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. And that's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. Here's Watson to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10.
Set. Put it out, put it out.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Play action. It's Watson. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
3rd and short. It's Watson. Hits his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Watson. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. They give inside to Chung. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 3. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Chubb here on first down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. To throw, here's Watson. The screen pass falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Watson. That's the first down, and he's still going. That's a Cleveland touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Again, it's Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, they're the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Allen on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They'll go. Allen. This will be caught by Cooper. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
So Buffalo's going to call its second timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
34! Get set! Out!
The give now to Chubb. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Browns are on the move here. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. That's into the hands of Moore. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Set.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. He tries to sneak it. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They go with Chubb here. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Rolling left, buying some time. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. Another big rip for him. Up the sideline, past the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 30. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. It's a James Cook touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. comes the final play of our first half.
Reset. Line up, go.
He'll throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Returnable from the 1. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Half 85, half 85. Alert, alert, alert. Reset.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st down, Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the 27. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Alert, alert, alert. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
To the air again, Allen. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Another try following the sack. Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
This is set.
Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Watson now off play action. Flush down out to his left. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Watson. Into the hands of Tillman. Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Set.
This is Chubb. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set.
From the 48. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
They're set.
Looking to throw. Finding Judy. He'll have the 1st down and even more. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. He's going to field this at the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming, it's Allen. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Blitz coming here, Allen. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Back to throw it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
Alert! Half 85, half. Hey, hold.
Back now, pressure on its way. Complete to Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Bills going for the win here. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Alert! Half 85. We go.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. To throw. Looking out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That one is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Pass now to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. He spikes it here. No timeouts left. That was their only way to stop that clock. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Moore's got it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on 4th. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills make the play that should win them this game. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.